Why do we feel more anxious as we practice meditation? Welcome back, everyone, to Mind Podcast. In the endless flow of human existence, there may have been many times when you sat silently, reflecting and asking yourself why, despite all the effort you've put into practicing, the light of enlightenment still seems like a distant horizon. Have we lost our way even on the path we have chosen? Amidst the suffering and ignorance, could it be our own ego, invisible desires, or fear of facing the truth that is quietly binding us? Let's embark on a miraculous journey together, where we will explore the deep secrets of the soul. We will uncover the invisible obstacles hindering our progress in practice, and learn how to liberate ourselves from these bindings so that the path to enlightenment becomes clearer, guiding us to true peace and serenity. Why is our spiritual path not progressing as expected? There are 5 main reasons for this stagnation. First, each person carries karma from countless past lives, and the debts and grudges of our past lives continue to follow us, disturbing and hindering our spiritual practice. So, how can we make our journey back to heaven smoother and more favorable? The answer lies in changing our bad habits, restraining anger, and persevering in dedicating our merit. If we do not strive to change ourselves, no matter how much help we receive from our teacher, we will not be able to progress. The spiritual path is our own journey that each of us must walk alone. Our teacher will always be there to protect and guide us, but we must maintain a kind heart and always think positively. Practicing spirituality in the material world is challenging. A day consists of 8 hours of labor, but how many of us can dedicate even just 1 hour to spiritual cultivation? That is why progress in spiritual practice is very limited. Second, we often spend too much time looking outward but rarely turn inward for self-reflection. Life is full of joys, sorrows, worries, and countless troubles. By practicing according to the 3 jewels, maintaining a pure and clear mind, we can avoid disturbances from the external world. However, if we keep finding excuses to delay, waiting for tomorrow, and then postponing to another day, we will never achieve true progress. People tend to become lazy when they have free time, but disciples must always stay awake and constantly remind themselves that spiritual cultivation needs to be practiced daily, in every moment, to diligently and joyfully live in the path of Dharma. Third, our spiritual practice is influenced by the perceptions of self, others, sentient beings, and the lifespan, which cause our mind to become confused and easily tempted by the outside world. From sensual desires, wealth, fame, and benefits, to endless cravings and desires, these things obscure the inherent clarity of our true nature. Every day we seek guidance from the Eternal Mother, the Buddhas, and the Bodhisattvas, but we forget about our own sacred essence. Disciples need to believe in their own Buddha nature so that their true self can control their life. The crucial point in this life is to know how to seize the limited time we have to complete the spiritual path that the saints and bodhisattvas have walked before us. Fourth, we are currently living in the age of the declining Dharma, where karmic retribution occurs rapidly. When illnesses or difficulties strike, instead of blaming fate, we need to remain calm and show gratitude and repentance. We should repent for not upholding the Dharma of the Eternal Mother, for not assisting our teacher in spreading the Dharma to the 3 realms, and for not fulfilling the responsibilities of a practitioner. Repenting for our past actions is the way to open a path to salvation. Illnesses are also an opportunity to resolve our karma. If we sincerely repent, there will be a chance to be saved and recover. Always maintain a grateful heart. Some may ask, why do I still face illnesses and adversities despite seeking and practicing the Dharma? In reality, heaven has helped us a great deal. The severe suffering has already been lessened, we just don't realize it. Therefore, do not harbor resentment, but continue to strive diligently on the path of practice. Fifth, we have not yet fully implemented the key principle of spiritual cultivation, correcting bad habits and abandoning negative traits. We must take control of ourselves, not allowing desires and quick tempers to dominate us. Human desires are like the vast ocean, never satisfied. Life is filled with pursuits, and when we fail to achieve them, we experience suffering. However, everything we possess in life is temporary. Nothing is permanent except for our spiritual essence, which is the only thing that lasts forever. You are holding the opportunity to become a Buddha, so why not open your heart to receive it? Everyone knows the deep wounds hidden within themselves, and only the medicine of the soul can heal the illnesses of the mind. When your heart is upright, your mind will be peaceful. But when the mind is distorted, illnesses arise from these delusions. Bad habits are the greatest obstacles on the path to enlightenment. Look within, find the root of what is hindering you, for only when you fully understand these deep causes can you continue on the path without fear of losing your way. Disparaging the sacred values of Buddhism, oppressing those who practice, and disregarding your own origins may temporarily bring a sense of peace, but karma continues to accumulate silently. Cause and effect are like seeds waiting for the right time to sprout. It may take a year, 2 years, or longer, but inevitably you will face unforeseen consequences. Therefore, on the path of spiritual practice, be mindful of every word and action. For things you do not fully understand, refrain from judging or criticizing too quickly. Cultivate both your speech and your soul, for only mindfulness in every moment can help you weather the storms peacefully. The Southern Pole immortal elder once taught that the greatest fear for a spiritual teacher is living forever in the past, believing that what was true before must also be true in the present. Yet, time always changes, and so do circumstances. Everything is constantly changing. What we encounter today is different from the karmic relationships sentient beings will face in the future. In the era of the fiery yang, the method of guiding sentient beings differs, and in the white yang era, leading monastics and laypersons must also depend on the context of time, space, and the advantages of heaven and earth. The Dharma is not fixed. Each era has its own adaptations. Being non-attached and unrestricted is the expansion of the mental state, a path leading to miraculous wisdom. In the journey of life, each of us will face countless challenges and tribulations, like relentless waves pushing us back. The karmic debts accumulated from countless previous lives are burdens we must bear to liberate ourselves from the entanglements of wrongdoings from the past. Even after repaying the debts of past lives, one must still overcome the 81 tribulations, a symbolic number representing the ultimate challenges of hardship, before being able to stand alongside the saints and Buddhas. The Buddha nature, the true light of wisdom, is the profound power of awakening, but it does not exist merely on the surface or in superficial expressions. This wisdom originates from the deep inner truth, from the profound layers of your soul. If that light is obscured by the dust of the mind and the illusions of deceit, then the true Buddha nature within you cannot manifest clearly. For your Buddha nature to shine brightly, you need to unlock and cleanse the thick layers of dust that have accumulated on your soul. Only when you genuinely confront yourself, shedding the layers of falsehood and ego, can the light of wisdom and the power of awakening extend outward, illuminating and reflecting the true nature of the Buddha within you. It is a long and arduous journey, but it is also a mystical path leading to true enlightenment and peace. Let the wisdom of Bodhi, the wisdom of enlightenment, guide every journey in your life. When facing the turbulent waves of afflictions, do not avoid them. Instead, courageously delve deep into the essence of the problem. During the process of searching, solutions will appear like precious gems, shimmering from the depths of your wisdom. Many unresolved issues in life persist simply because you haven't fully understood the root causes and have not comprehended every aspect of the matter. When your mind is still chaotic, wisdom will struggle to develop and shine. Buddha and all sentient beings are inherently equal, all possessing the potential to attain great wisdom. However, if you have never experienced the pain and suffering of human life, how can you truly understand Bodhi? The path of spiritual cultivation is not about achieving external perfection, but about cultivating oneself and achieving self-completion from within. Let go of greed and transform selfishness into altruism for the benefit of others. Transform anger into joy and use wisdom to turn ignorance into clarity. Sentient beings often sink in the sea of suffering because of greed, anger, and delusion, unable to see the truth. When you feel hatred towards others, immediately awaken your wisdom, transform resentment into joy, and step by step, practice to reach the highest state of perfection. Cultivating the way is a journey of continuous transformation, striving towards supreme fulfillment. This is the path of self-improvement, progressing day by day, becoming better with each moment. The situations we face today are the results of the karma we have accumulated over many lifetimes. Therefore, our perspective needs to be broadened, and our hearts must appreciate every precious moment to perform meaningful actions, following the aspirations of the saints and sages to practice the Dharma and deliver all beings from suffering. We have the ability to turn adversity into favorable opportunities. Tolerance and forgiveness bring blessings, while oppression and domination only lead to misfortune. Cause and effect is a cycle that cannot be escaped. What seeds we sow, we will reap accordingly. Even if heaven's net seems vast, no one can escape its reach. Thus, to build good karmic relationships, we must sow good seeds and cultivate the right causes. Let us observe how we treat others. Everything in life has a relationship of mutual generation and mutual opposition. Other people are like mirrors reflecting our inner selves. When we are sincere, naturally others will respond with sincerity. Conversely, if we are deceitful, no matter how well we conceal it, the truth will eventually come to light. Each person has a small universe, a microcosm of their own. When this microcosm is perfected, only then can we integrate into the grand cosmos, achieving the completeness of the universe. If unethical or malevolent actions have accumulated too much, the consequences will not only affect us but may also implicate our descendants. Karmic retribution is not random. It is the result of actions from previous lives. The relationship between parent and child, between us and our children, is a karmic bond that has been predetermined from past lives. If not a debt to be repaid, then it is a favor to be returned. That is the destiny we have created from previous lives. We should not resent it. Having been born into this family, regardless of how we feel about our loved ones, we must care for and love them sincerely, without resentment, because it is our responsibility to bear. In summary, the key to attaining enlightenment does not lie in external knowledge or intellectual wisdom, but in cultivating the soul with sincerity and dedication. Understanding the law of cause and effect cannot merely stop at theoretical comprehension. It must be absorbed through real-life experiences. When you truly understand the lessons of life, practice them, and feel them in every breath of your existence, you can release the chains of the past and move towards a state of complete enlightenment. Before you, long-lasting storms may create an internal tempest, causing your mind to become unstable and distressed. However, if you have the ability to transform your thoughts, if you can turn the challenges and temptations of the world into opportunities for self-improvement and growth, you will find a deep sense of peace within your heart. Each challenge, every obstacle, is actually a precious gem on the path to enlightenment. As long as you know how to see and harness them, practicing the way is not an unfamiliar concept or something vague. It is the ability to transform your own destiny through sincerity and constant effort. Success in life is not a matter of luck, but the result of self-improvement through practicing virtue and building enduring personal values. In the light of sincere effort, your destiny will gradually be transformed. Take action yourself, for change is the result of the steps you take. Success or failure lies in your hands, not in luck or the intervention of gods and deities. Only when you truly engage with courage will you be able to control your own destiny and create positive changes. Let every action, every decision you make be the building blocks that pave the path to true success and happiness. A person can only truly achieve success after having gone through trials and hardships. Imagine success as climbing a tall staircase. Every step must be firm and carefully prepared. If you are not mentally prepared, even if you reach a certain level of success, you will easily waver and lose your stability. If you desire quick success or want to stand out more than others, adjust your mindset to be in harmony. In moments of prosperity, maintain a heart of gratitude and thankfulness. But do not let yourself be blinded by luck. Adversities are valuable opportunities to temper the mind and help you become more mature and wise. It is only when facing difficulties and overcoming challenges that you can achieve lasting and meaningful success in life. Encounters between people are inevitable. The moments of dissatisfaction and disagreements arise from the fact that each person's mind and thoughts carry distinct nuances, making it impossible to achieve complete harmony. Therefore, before expecting others to change, you must first adjust and perfect yourself. Only when you have cultivated your own soul and actions can you truly make a positive impact on those around you. The difficulties and challenges you face are not enemies, but rather crucial turning points for growth. These obstacles are indispensable steps on the path to self-improvement. When encountering life's trials, embrace them with a joyful and calm mind. The laws of life are never fixed, and neither are the challenges. Each challenge carries its own nuance and meaning, so you must accept them with patience and tranquility. Each of us carries within ourselves obstacles and challenges, burdens that may have silently settled deep in our hearts for a long time. However, as long as you remain resilient and courageous, standing up with sincere gratitude towards yourself, towards heaven and earth, and towards what your parents have given you, the path ahead will gradually open up, shining brightly and beautifully. Those who have ventured into the darkest days and experienced suffering are the ones who can truly appreciate the value of light and peace. In moments of hardship, you must display absolute courage and determination. Never stop breaking through your own limits and reaching for new horizons. Once you have set your goals, persevere with sincerity, because as the ancients have taught, sincerity makes things come true. When you are sincere and full of passion, the universe will not let you down. Time waits for no one. Therefore, we cannot stand still while life continues to flow forward, no matter how many thorns and challenges lie ahead on the path. We must keep moving forward, not letting precious moments pass by without leaving behind something of value. Every moment is an opportunity to create goodness, to turn each step into a part of a great journey. To understand why our path of spiritual practice often encounters difficulties and challenges, we need to deeply examine the nature of spiritual cultivation and the factors affecting this process. Spiritual cultivation is not merely a series of external actions such as performing rituals or practicing specific methods. In reality, it is a journey of transformation from the depths of the soul, a genuine awakening that we must undergo to reach true understanding and liberation. The essence of spiritual practice lies in transforming darkness into light, negative elements into positive ones, and inner obstacles into internal strength. This requires patience and consistency because each step forward on this path can bring new challenges. Only when we truly understand and overcome these inner obstacles can the path of spiritual cultivation become clear, leading us to true peace and liberation. When we begin the journey of spiritual cultivation, the road is often filled with thorns and trials. To understand why this path is so arduous, we need to quiet our minds and contemplate the primary reasons that hinder our progress. Below are 4 fundamental causes, like hidden traps, making our journey of cultivation more difficult than ever. 1. Attachment to the ego. This is the root cause. When we approach spiritual cultivation with personal motives such as seeking fame, power, or self-enlightenment, our ego only becomes stronger, clouding the true nature of spiritual practice. Letting go of the ego is not only an essential step, but also the most challenging one on the path of spiritual cultivation. Attachment to the ego not only hinders progress, but also leads to deep delusions, preventing us from seeing the true light of spiritual practice. When the ego controls every action, we become complacent and find it difficult to recognize our own shortcomings and weaknesses. Second, a lack of self-awareness is a major hindrance. Spiritual cultivation is not just about practicing a specific method, but it is a journey of deep exploration and confrontation with the hidden, dark parts of our soul. Without wisdom and self-understanding, we easily lose our way and fail to distinguish right from wrong. We may even deceive ourselves into thinking that we are practicing well. Understanding oneself is a prerequisite for overcoming psychological traps and achieving authenticity in spiritual practice. The lack of self-awareness prevents us from adjusting our actions and thoughts to align with the noble goals of cultivation. Third, distractions from the external world are always a major challenge. We live in a world full of changes where temptations and desires are ever present, from the smallest things to grand ambitions. When we cannot control and overcome these distractions, our minds struggle to maintain the necessary tranquility for genuine practice. The influences of the surrounding environment, such as social pressures, competition, and daily life demands, can make us waver and lose our direction. This creates a significant barrier that prevents us from focusing on inner development and attaining inner peace. Finally, the most crucial factor is the fear of facing the truth. Spiritual practice requires the courage to confront the true nature of oneself and the world around us. When we are afraid, we tend to avoid our own darkness and cling to temporary safety. This fear prevents us from accepting the truth about ourselves and life, making it impossible to progress on the path of cultivation. This fear is often the greatest barrier preventing us from reaching the authenticity and spiritual freedom that we long for. As we conclude this journey of exploration, we realize that the inefficacy of our practice is not due to a lack of effort, but because we have not truly let go of the ego, have not dared to face ourselves, have not overcome the distractions of the world, and have not been courageous enough to live authentically. Spiritual practice requires determination, sincerity, and a pure heart unburdened by illusions and fears. Only when we truly understand and overcome these barriers will the path of cultivation become clear, guiding us to true peace and liberation. Spiritual practice is not just a personal journey, but a profound exploration of self-awareness and courage. It is a confrontation with all challenges, through which we can experience eternal liberation and peace.